This is the all-new 6th generation Toyota RAV4. Maybe you guys have been waiting a while to see this. I don't know, we certainly have. As you can tell, we are going to have a lot to talk about right now, and we don't have a ton of time. So open your eyes for this first look and check out the new RAV4. The RAV4 is going to be available in several trim levels, over 3 silos that they're putting everything in. The first is Core, and that's where you're going to get the LE, the XLE, and this limited trim. There is now a rugged silo. There's only one trim level in that, and that is this. That is the Woodland Trim. You are going to have a few more features on that, which we'll talk about in depth. And then you have the Sport silo, which will be the SE, the XSE, and this, the GR Sport RAV4. Okay, let's talk about the exterior for a quick second, and I'm gonna give you guys time to kind of mull it over on your own. But as far as the shape, the look of it goes, this might be reminiscent of some things that you have seen before. As far as the RAV4-ness of it all, I think it does get a little bit more upright in the rear. Certainly it looks a little bit more squared off than it did before. It does have some really kind of nice character lines. Unfortunately, you can't really see them on this blue color, which I think is a lovely color. It's not particularly good for showing off all of the details on here, but that's fine. We have a couple of other things to show you later that look really nice. I think the profile is nice. The cladding is fine, is what we expect. When we swing around to the front, you are going to see that they've got these sort of squinty lights. There is definitely a new grille treatment here. Now it's going to be different on pretty much every single trim level that you get. This one, I don't know, has a little kind of cheese grater vibe to me, but I will leave that also for your discretion. This is the limited trim, so it's obviously going to have all of the bells and whistles, and I think personally it looks pretty good. When we come back here, especially, you're gonna see a lot of stuff that is new, and that includes this piano key looking tail light, which I think looks really pretty upscale. I mean, this to me looks like it's on a much more premium brand. And then also, something that everybody's getting on the bandwagon for is this written out RAV4, which I think also kind of is a little bit more upscale. When it comes to the things that you are going to get on the Woodland, well, there are not many, but they are significant, and we like to have anything significant that we can. So you will have sort of an all-terrain tire on here. This actually looks pretty substantial, which I like. This is also, of course, still going to be nice and quiet on the road. They never go too far when it comes to these kinds of things. You do have an extra, about an inch of ground clearance underneath you. I'm gonna say that some of that is from the tires, but it's not making a massive difference, but I think you can see a little bit that you have a little bit more space. If you come around up front, you're not going to get anything like a TRD Pro skid plate or anything like that. There is kind of a, what I will call a garnish up here, but this is plastic, so you don't really want to do anything that's going to bash this. As with the BZ, I actually think that the Woodland Trim is a really nice move for Toyota. I was never a fan of them using TRD when it came to the RAV4. To me, TRD should really signify something that is pretty hardcore. And when it was on the RAV4 as a more of a just a package, like a visual package, I wasn't crazy about it. So the Woodland, to me, I think is a great moniker for when you have some lighter off-road duties, and I think it's very appropriate here. Also, you're going to get those heavy-duty roof racks, which is a pretty nice add too for you to carry stuff. Two more things giving it just a little bit more of an off-road bent. You can tow 3,500 pounds with this, and you get these little itty-bitty extra but very potent rigid lights up front. Who doesn't love it when Gazoo Racing does a partnership with anything that Toyota puts out? This is the GR RAV4. Yeah, there's a spider right there and he's scampering away. Anyway, first off the bat, I think this actually looks amazing. I love this red color. I think it looks appropriately sporty, which is always a really great thing. As for extra stuff that you're going to be getting on this vehicle, you're looking at a sport tuned suspension, damping rates, springs, those kinds of things are going to be a little bit stiffer. You are going to get sort of this, almost looks like a summer tire, but I'm not going to get too excited about that. But it is very obviously sport oriented. Gloss black wheels, which always screams sporty. You get this rear spoiler on top here for improved aero. And let's see what else. Anything else on here is really, I think, just for visual appearance, which I'm okay with. I love this red. I want it in a lipstick. When we get into the interior, again, everything here, all new. I have a lot to say about this interior, so I'll say as much as I can in as quick a time as I can. I do hope that at some point there is another option of not black, because this actually is a dark gray, but to me it's like potato, same kind of thing. I do think options here, maybe a brown or a tan, would look really lovely. As far as the layout and the design goes, to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed. This is very simple, it's very utilitarian, and I appreciate that on one level. To me, it does have a lot of a Honda Pilot vibes, which I have been on record as saying before that I think looks just quite plain. I wish they had done something that has a texture or a pattern or something that differentiates itself. I think as far as where everything is placed, it's very intuitive. Your phone charger is here. There's not really anything, like not any kind of rubberized anything. It's just very slight to kind of keep it from moving around. There are 2 spots for 2 phones, but only one is a charger. That's fine. But all of this material here, and even on the upper limited trim, is very plasticky. I'm almost afraid to open this. If you can hear just the quality of this, even though it opens on both sides, which I think is very convenient and very handy. But this seems to me like if you open this too many times in the wrong way or I mean, I guess this is pre-production, but it's already, you can see it's already broken off here. This is my concern and my fear. So as far as what you get in here, how this goes, I think this screen is fantastic. This is a almost 13-inch screen. I think it's 12.9 inches. It's nice and big. Again, kind of tacked on here, but that's fine. We're kind of used to that. Everybody here is going to get a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. That is a standard across the board, which I think is a really nice thing to have. We cannot turn this on because there is a new UX system that is coming. It will include and run Toyota's Safety Sense 4.0, which will be the latest iteration of all of their safety features. You're going to get upgrades in the hardware and the software, so that means new cameras as well as the new software. And this UX system is going to be, it's called AREN, potato, and that is being put together in-house by Woven, which is an in-house Toyota company that will have all of this sort of exclusively done. We're really excited to see that, but as far as it goes right now, who knows? The Limited, you're gonna get all the bells and whistles on here. You get the full moon roof, that's great. The only thing that you don't get a head-up display. You do have to pay extra for that. I'm curious to think what you guys think about this. This is the gear shifter, this little nubbin, which is sort of similar to what's on the Lexus EX, although the material, again, is not as fancy as in your premium gadget. A lot of buttons on the steering wheel. Again, there's nothing that's haptic. It's all physical buttons. You know, I think we're going to be able to talk about this interior for a long time. So the dimensions on the RAV4 are exactly the same. So when it comes to space, we're not having any surprises here. Obviously, plenty of room up front. When it comes to someone in of my stature, I'm 5'5" tall. But if I were to throw like a Mike Danger back here, I feel like he could fit just fine. There's tons of leg room. It's really nice and spacious. This has a curve here for your knees. As far as headroom goes, that also is quite luxurious. And you don't have a huge tunnel right here. So even the center seat is good. The seats here, I will say, they're quite comfortable. I do like the seat up front. They're nice and wide. So I think they will fit all kinds of body types. And you do have a place to put your drinks back here. Again, limited, you have heated rear seats, which, come on, who doesn't love that? Some USB ports, some vents. So you're definitely not a forgotten human back here. So again, on the limited, lots of nice amenities. As you go down the trim level, you will see it be a little more Spartan, but size-wise, inside, cargo and passenger, you're looking at the same dimensions. When it comes to powertrains, you are going to have two options: HEV, which is just a regular hybrid, and PHEV, which is the kind of hybrid that you plug in. Each one of those powertrains starts with a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine. The lowest amount of horsepower you're going to get out of that is 226. The highest, which will be the PHEV that has dual motor and all-wheel drive, you're looking at 320 horsepower. All HEVs come as either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, except for the Woodland and the Limited, which only come as all-wheel drive. If you're choosing for the plug-in hybrid, you can only get that as an all-wheel drive model. Both the XSE and Woodland will come with a CCS charge port. Now those are fast charge capable. You will have an NACS adapter, so you can use Tesla's supercharge network. That's fantastic. However, the SE and the GR Sport both will come with the J1772 charge port, which means they will not be DC fast charge capable. You'll have an improved onboard 11 kilowatt AC charger, which means that your level 1 and level 2 charge times should be a little bit better. We don't have numbers on those. The other numbers that we do not have are full range numbers, MPGe numbers yet. But what I do know is that the PHEV should have up to 50 miles of pure electric range. That's up from 42 from the previous model. And yeah, I like that number. It's a good one. If you are ready to purchase a RAV4 or any other compact SUV, click on the link above and Kelley Blue Book can help you find a fair purchase price. So this is just a first look at Toyota's all-new RAV4. You guys, we are going to be talking about this for days, weeks, months, years on end. So there's going to be much more that we're going to get to tell you. Stick around, stay tuned, especially for the first drive, because I'm very excited to drive this and see what we have in store.